I'm Robert Anthony.
I'm Joelle Anthony.
This is Watson. In 2020, we felt God's call in our lives to do something incredibly radical.
In 2023, we sold our flower shop, our home, just about everything we owned, and purchased our Winnebago Flex RV.
This began our trek into the vast unknown. Our mission is to take you along, showing you things you otherwise may never be able to see.
We would be so thankful to have you follow along and become part of our adventures.
Now, let's get to today's video. Hey, what's up everybody? How you doing? It's me, Robert Anthony, your host of Winnebago Wednesdays. I am happy to be back with another episode of Winnebago Wednesdays. Before we get into what I want to talk to you about today with regard to an idea that I had, I would like to remind you that you can now become a member of our channel, which will give you a first view of the videos before they go public. And not only that, but more interactive comments with Joelle and I directly. If you become a member, I think it's $2.99 a month is what it is. And by becoming a member, you help support our adventure and our mission out here, creating this content for you, as well as just helping us to fund what we're doing. I'd love to have you as a member. And also, our store is now active. You can visit our store at our website, livingwithrob.com/prints. Many of the images that you see are images from the areas that we've traveled to that you're seeing in these videos, you're going to now find in both paper prints, metal, and now acrylic. So be sure to check that out. It's worth seeing. So today, I'm not going to take credit for this idea. This idea was given to me by my friend Charlie, who we met when we were in the Apache Junction, and it was about transferring water. So if you're like us and you happen to travel in an RV full time and you're in a smaller rig like ours, we travel in the Winnebago Micro Mini 2108 DS Flex Series RV. Now, our water tank is only 31 gallons. That is not enough really to go full-on boondocking for a long period of time, in spite of the fact that Winnebago markets these as an off-grid boondocking camper. I will say that that's true if you're only going to be out off-grid for about 3 days. Beyond that, not so much. So we've devised a lot of different ways that we can extend those stays indefinitely. You've seen my how we top off or take off some of the black tank video. Well, this is how I source water. So in the back of the Tundra, I have 4 of these 7-gallon blue water jugs. When we need water, typically I'll try to find a source if we're going into a town where we can fill these up. It gives me about 28 gallons of water. Now the thing with these is when they're full, they are weighing nearly 60 pounds. Well, that's heavy to hold up. Now the gravity fill side, I don't hook up, obviously we're not hooked up to the city water side, the city water inlet. We're filling on the gravity fill is what we're doing. So when you're taking one of these and you're trying to lift it up and hold it up, you might be trying to use something like what I concocted with this rubber funnel. Well, that's all right, but if you're trying to lug 60 pounds and manage this funnel and you're by yourself, it's a real project. And there will be weeks, 2 or 3 or 4 weeks where Joelle will go visit somebody, like her mom, primarily is who she would go and visit. I'm by myself and I've got to figure out how to transfer water into this tank. And this has proven to be pretty difficult. I thought this funnel would be a good idea. And if Joelle and I are doing it together, that works out great, but it's not ideal. So what I have purchased is this water transfer pump. Now there's going to be a link in the description to be able to purchase this pump if you want. It wasn't terribly expensive. It's a 1/10 of a horsepower pump. Takes only 2 amps. Barely runs the battery down. I have to turn on the inverter to run it, but this thing is great. Now in the reviews, when you're looking, some of the people in the reviews really gripe and complain that this thing is really loud. Even when it's running dry, it is loud, but I mean, it's not horrifically loud. When I bought it, I thought it was going to come and we couldn't have a conversation over the top of it. That is not the truth. This is actually a very solid, sturdy pump, heavy duty. It's worked out great. This comes with all of what you see here. Comes with this inlet hose. It doesn't come with an out hose, but it does come with an inlet hose. It's pretty good length. And it's powered by electricity. So what I've done is I take my RV hose right here and I hook it on the other side, the out, and I use this inline water filter right here. So I'll have a link to the inline water filter, my RV hose, and the pump all in the description below. So what I do is I'll either go into a town and I'll fill these up, all 4 of them, of these jugs, or like where we're at right now in Hole in the Wall Campground in the Mojave National Preserve, I fill it up at the tap, the water spigot, and I carry them over, set them on the ground, plug this in, and pump the water in. Piece of cake. It takes maybe 90 seconds, maybe 2 minutes to empty the 7 gallons out of here into the tank, maybe a little bit longer. But it's effortless, and anybody can do it provided they can get this jug from the back of the truck or a water tank, or water source, over to the side of the trailer. I think this is a great thing, saves our back. A lot of us that are doing this are getting a little bit older, lugging these 60-pound things around. While not a problem for some of us, there's no way Joelle could do this if she were by herself. And so I think that this is a great solution to be able to transfer water into your tank and allow you to not have to worry about where you're going to get water when you're out in the middle of nowhere. You can go into town, even if you had to pay at one of those gallon fill-ups and $5 to fill up, 28 gallons or whatever, not a bad deal. I think you can get them for $1. I think you get 5 gallons for $1 at a lot of these places. So really not a bad deal. That's the way to do it. I've taken it a step further. What I have here is I have a small solar powered or a solar generator portable battery. This is a Rockpals 300 amp hour portable battery. It does have an AC cord. So let me tell you what I'm thinking on this. There are going to be times where I'm going to be out, when we get out of the desert, we're going to be in Utah, we're going to be around water sources, lakes, rivers, streams, and that kind of stuff. Now, I'm not recommending that you do this because I'm sure there are going to be those of you in the comments that are going to say you're going to die from bacteria, you're going to poison yourself, whatever. I'm not really worried about that too much. But what I was thinking I could do, and I will try, is I can take this, because it's small and I can carry it, and I can go, say, to a lake or to a creek bed when we're out somewhere. I can take this pump with me because it's easy to carry, and I can carry the jug. I'm not talking about hiking a mile for water. I'm talking about just a short distance. But I can set this down, plug it in, run a longer hose, or if I can get this is about 5 feet long, if I can get that to the creek or the lake successfully, I'd do that. But what I would do is just maybe take the longer hose, throw it in the water source out there, and run this pump and fill up the tank, fill up the blue jugs right from the lake. Run it through the filter, obviously. And then, so for added filtration, we have an Alexa Pure, which is one of the Berkeley style water filters. These are survivalist water filters. These, I guess, filter out everything. So, if we did pull water off a lake, even though it's coming through this filter, we would certainly, on anything that we're drinking, using for coffee or cooking with, we'd probably run it through the Alexa Pure, and just to get some added bacteria cleansing and that kind of thing. But I'm going to try that. I think that that's actually going to work out well to give me the ability to get water from the wilderness, naturally, from the lakes or streams. If I can't get it in a city, like a lot of the places that we've been where we're out near a lake or a river, the water sources might be 30, 40 miles away to go and fill up, and that's not a problem if we're going into town. But if we're not and we need water, I wonder if that might work. It's possible. So that's my thinking, and that's how we actually now transfer water from these heavy containers into the water tank. I hope you found this helpful and that perhaps this suggestion might end up working out for you should you attempt to deploy it. I want to apologize for the wind. It's a very windy day, about 25 miles an hour out here in the Mojave National Preserve. This has to be one of my favorite places to camp ever. I just love it out here so much. Fond memories. According to YouTube, this video right here is what they think you would want to watch next. This video series right here, this playlist right here, is all things Winnebago, all the modifications and RV upgrades that I've done. And of course, if you click the circle, you're subscribed. Thanks for being here. I'll see you in the next one. Rob out.